Welcome to the Lake District. I'm back again searching for waterfalls in this amazing national park, and in this video I really want to focus my efforts into the Borrowdale area with a number of exceptions, and this first location is one of those exceptions. I'm starting off my day searching out Spout Force in the northern area of the Lake District. Now, this is a location that I've photographed before, but I wasn't too happy with the results. This is because the main path to the main viewing point for this waterfall sort of oversees the top of the waterfall and isn't really a great place for photography. So this time around I thought I'd come for a little bit hunt around downstream and see if I can get a shot from the bottom of the waterfall looking up, assuming I can find how to get there. This terrain is a lot more suited to Wellington boots rather than hiking boots. It really is muddy through here, but the ambience in this woodland is so nice with the birds singing this morning. So the good news is that I've made it to the waterfall. The bad news, however, is that I've appeared at the top of the waterfall. The water is just flowing through that little mini valley down there. This particular point is clearly worse than the original viewpoint. Disappointingly, I think I'm going to have to mark this one down as a fail and continue on to the planned waterfalls down in Borrowdale. Now, although I've photographed a number of waterfalls around this particular area, this is not a section of Borrowdale that I've explored before. I've just parked at the very beautiful hamlet of Stonethwaite, and to my left, or camera right, we've got Stonethwaite Fell. Continuing along this bridleway, hopefully I'm going to bump into a waterfall. Now, I've done very little research about this waterfall. I have no idea what it looks like. I just know it exists, so fingers crossed I can find this one. I'm still a short distance away from the waterfall that I'm intending on visiting, but as I was walking along the path at the bottom here, I was a little bit distracted by the water that's flowing off the side of the fell here. So I thought I'd nip up and see if there's any photographic opportunities to be had here. Yeah, certainly an opportunity for an image here, I think. We've got the water flowing underneath over these rocks, and we've got the tree branches above just arcing over the stream as it comes down off the fell. Not too sure about the composition though, because we've got the branches going off to the left and the water's sort of leaning to the right here, but it is wiggling upstream, so it may work as an image, I don't know, but I'm going to take it anyway and hopefully it will come out looking quite nice. Continuing on down to this waterfall, we've got another beautiful scene just here. I don't know if you can see through the bushes and the vegetation, there's a beautiful little fall just coming down through there. Let me see if I can just look over this stone wall here to get a better view. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not seeing an image here, but if we just go through this ruined building, I'm not too sure what this used to be, possibly an old water mill. There we go. How cool is that? So disappointingly, the waterfall that I have marked on my map turned out to be a set of rapids, which is located just behind me here. However, this whole area, there's just loads of cascades here, and I feel there's some great photographic opportunities here, but just not today. In fact, the one I'm looking at behind you at the moment could be fantastic when the water flow is right. Let me show you what I mean. We've got all this beautiful white water flowing at the side of me here, and I think over there I'm going to take a shot of that mini fall in a short while. However, we've got all these wet rocks down here which are very slippy because I've just tried walking on them, and I think after a good downpour this water will be flowing all the way around here, which will make for a great element for a wider composition, including this sexy looking rock up here. Really impressive little hill or mountain, whatever it is here, looking over these cascades here, and I think it would just make for an awesome landscape image after a decent bit of rainfall and the water's flowing around this section here. It's not going to work today, but not to worry. So I've just driven down to Seathwaite in the hope of finding another waterfall, but disappointingly the roads were absolutely rammed. Everyone was parked on every available bit of verge, so I decided to give that one a miss and come to Sea Toller, which is just behind me where I've parked here. And the view up here already is looking absolutely awesome. The forecast today was for sunshine, and disappointingly it's raining, but that's unsurprising given that I'm in a national park. Weather forecasts are very rarely incorrect. I do feel the cloud in the hills does add a little bit of character to this amazing scenery. So not far from the car park, and I've got two choices of paths here to this waterfall. I can go for the more direct route, which is directly uphill, or alternatively can go for the very longer but more gentler route this way via Johnny Wood. And according to the info board in the car park, Johnny Wood is home to red squirrels, so we might get lucky and spot a red squirrel. It's unlikely, but I've got the time to wander, so I think I'm going to go for a little bit of an explore. Seem to see it on the preview screen, but hopefully the camera can pick this up. I've literally been in the woodland for a few seconds. You see that black mark on the side of that bare tree? It's a red squirrel that just sort of ran up there and froze when it saw me. How cool is that? Really happy that I made the choice to walk through this woodland. I am surrounded with the sound of amazing birdsong at the moment, and there's a woodpecker just a short distance away, busy tapping on a tree. Absolutely stunning. With that magical woodland walk now complete, let's see if we can find a real waterfall. It's not often you'll see me climbing hills to this particular height, but I hadn't actually realised how high this waterfall actually is, and I haven't made it yet. At least I don't think I have. There's a waterfall just below me here. Let me just spin you around. You can see that flowing through the trees down there. There's definitely no safe way of getting to the bottom of that waterfall, but I'm pretty confident that's not the one that I'm looking for. Hopefully the terrain's going to flatten out a little bit now, because my legs are absolutely shot after that. So I'm hopeful the waterfall I'm looking for is just over this stone wall. The views up here, though, as you would expect, are absolutely epic. Let me just try and zoom in on this little area here, and you can see the light in the background looking really nice as that goes off towards Keswick. I might try and get an image here. There's going to be a lot of digital zoom to get the composition I want here, but that is looking fantastic. At the moment I have some very mixed feelings. After checking on the OS map, it turns out that that waterfall that we looked at in the woodland further down there was obscured by all the branches and the bushes, and was over the side of the cliff and was perfectly impossible to photograph. That waterfall, it turns out, was the one that I came up here to photograph. Now, realistically, I probably should have done my research before heading out here and looking at images people had taken before of these locations, so I knew the landscape. However, if I'd have done that, chances are I wouldn't be standing here now in this absolutely epic landscape, and I wouldn't have gone on the really enjoyable hikes that I've done today. It's around 2 miles through the hills that are in front of me back to the car to make a round trip of this great walk that I found myself on today, and I'm going to enjoy every single step back to the car. I've not got the waterfalls that I wanted to photograph today, but it really doesn't matter. As always, thank you very kindly for watching, and hopefully I will see you again. Goodbye.